Amistad and HarperAudio present Beyond Midnight, an Ashe Cayne novel, Book 5, by Ian K. Smith, performed by Amir, Abdullah. To Chicago legend Jim Reynolds, who always eagerly awaits the delivery of the next Ashe Cayne installment and stays up into the dark wee hours of the morning, finishing the story, then texting me his approval. 1. My uncle is dead, Ivan Ramirez said, sitting across from my desk in a loose golf shirt and black Titleist cap that he wore slightly tilted to the side. An even tan made his swarthy skin glisten under the sun coming through the large window behind me. So are Shakespeare, Mandela, and Van Gogh, I said. What's that supposed to mean? He said. Your uncle is in elite company, I said. Will you help me find out what really happened to him? Very unlikely. Why? Because last week I decided to take the rest of the year off. But it's only the second week of September. How can you make money taking off 4 months of the year? When I do make money, I'm very miserly. And I have a kid about your age named Balzac, who takes my money and doubles, then triples it while I'm on the golf course. You like to play golf? Wrong word choice. Ivan looked at me quizzically. The correct word would be love. I'm obsessed with golf. So am I. How good are you? Better than good. Half a season from being great. I liked this kid. Maybe you should talk to the uniforms about your uncle, I said. I have a friend named Burke who's a pain in the ass, but he's kind of a big shot in the department. I can get the two of you face to face. He owes me a favor. I already talked to the cops, Ivan said, and they weren't any help. What did they say? My uncle was drinking, fell into the lake and drowned. That's not a fun way to go, I said. That's not how he went. How can you be so sure? Because my uncle didn't drink and he couldn't swim, so he never went near water. You had to almost medicate him just to drive over a bridge. My uncle never would have gone near the lake, and definitely not close enough to fall into it. So what do you think happened to him? I said. I think someone killed him. Why? I have no idea. That's why I want to hire you. Unfortunately, as I said a few minutes ago, I'm not available. You're off by 4 months, but I have a couple friends who are pretty good at sleuthing. You like big words, he said. Only when I can't think of any small words to say. He smiled. I don't want anyone else, he said. I want you. I was told you were the best. I know you're still young, but you shouldn't believe everything you hear. I believe everything Miss Packer says. That sat me up. Penny Packer, I said. He nodded. She was the one who told me about you. Penny Packer was the richest woman in the city, more connected in Chicago than the Pope is in Vatican City, and she was as much of a golf junkie as I was. The one difference being that she could just hop on her jet anytime and go play at the world's greatest golf courses without blinking an eye. You buried the lead, I said. What does that mean? He said. You should have opened with Penny. That brings a different hue to the conversation. How do you know her? I caddied for her at Butler National last week. How did she shoot? 5 over. I shook my head. And that was from the men's tees, he said. Sounds like Penny, I said. So what's a kid like you doing caddying at Butler? Just did it for the summer, he said. They let the caddies play for free after the members are off the course. I'm trying to make it on the Corn Ferry Tour. Then, once that happens, hopefully I will make it to the PGA. You have to qualify for the Corn Ferry first. I have my first tournament in 2 weeks in Texas. Why are you here about your uncle and not his wife or kids? Because they're back in Colombia. That's where we're from. I'm his only family here. Did he live alone? No, he had 2 roommates. They do the same kind of work. Did you talk to them? I did. They said he left one morning to go find work and he just never came home. They tried calling his phone the next day, but it kept going to voicemail. The following night, when they hadn't heard from him, they called me. I tried calling him also, but his phone wasn't ringing. It was off. I tried leaving a message, but his box was full. I called his wife and she said she hadn't heard from him in 2 days, which concerned her, because she talked to him twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. How many kids did he have?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?